Hey, let's talk about something that's going to completely change the way you look at your day. And listen, I don't care how much money is in your bank account, where you grew up, or what degrees you have hanging on your wall. There is one thing, one single resource you have in common with every successful person on this planet.
I mean, look at this. You and Oprah Winfrey. You both get the exact same 24 hours in a day. That's it, just 24. This is the one thing, the one asset that totally levels the playing field for everyone. And that's really what we're talking about today. Time is the great equalizer. Success isn't about having some secret formula nobody told you about. It's about how you use this one shared and very finite resource we all get when we wake up each morning.
Just think about how universal this really is. The wealthy person, the person is flat broke, the college grad, the high school dropout, even titans of industry like Ted Turner and Warren Buffett. Everybody is operating on the exact same clock. The starting line is the same for every single one of us every single day.
And that brings us to what I call the 24-hour rule. This is the single variable, the one thing you actually have control over, that truly defines your success. It's not about somehow getting more time. It's all about mastering the time you already have.
So what is the 24-hour rule? Well, it's actually really simple. It's the principle that your success isn't dependent on your circumstances, where you came from, or what you have, but entirely on how you choose to use your 24 hours. It all comes down to the choices you make inside that time frame.
You know, the source material for this just nails it with this quote. The difference between Oprah and the person that's broke is Oprah uses her 24 hours wisely. That's it. It's not magic. It's just a disciplined, wise use of the exact same amount of time that you and I have.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds like another one of those motivational theories, right? But it's not. Let's look at a real-world example of how this rule can completely, and I mean completely, transform a life.
The person in our source material didn't exactly start with a leg up. The starting point was being a high school dropout. You know, someone a lot of people might have written off with a future that looked anything but certain.
And here's the result of applying the 24-hour rule. From that starting point to selling 6,000 books in less than 6 months. So what changed? It wasn't the number of hours in the day. It was what was done with those hours. That is the incredible power of a focused schedule.
And this was the light bulb moment, the wake-up call. It was that moment of looking in the mirror and having that tough conversation, realizing that if the daily routine didn't change, the outcome was going to stay the same. It was a choice. Get a grip on those 24 hours or face being broke for the rest of your life. Now that's a motivator.
Okay, so how can you actually apply this to your life? Forget the psychics and tarot cards. Let's talk about something I call the crystal ball test. It's a super simple tool that lets you predict your own future with scary accuracy, starting right now. Seriously, do you want to know where you're going to be in 5 years, or 10, or even 20 years from now? Believe it or not, you already have all the data you need to figure it out.
All right, here's how it works. It's just 3 easy steps. First, get a piece of paper. Second, write down what you do in a typical 24-hour period. I mean, hour by hour. And third, just look at it. Be brutally honest with yourself. Because that piece of paper you're holding, that's not just your schedule, that's your future. And this is the part that you really have to let sink in. Your schedule is a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you keep living that same schedule day in and day out, you are guaranteeing you're going to get the exact same results. Your daily habits aren't just routines, they are literally the architects of your destiny. So really, it all comes down to a choice. Your future is your schedule. And right now, today, you get to decide what that schedule, and by extension, what that future is going to look like. So I'm going to leave you with this question. After everything we've just talked about, I want you to take a hard, honest look at your day. What does your schedule say about your future? And is it the future you really want? Because at the end of the day, you have two options. You can either keep spending your time, letting it just disappear with nothing to show for it, or you can start investing it in the skills, the knowledge, and the actions that build the life you actually want. The choice is yours. So, what are you going to do with your 24 hours tomorrow?